I'm Adam Anschel for Pro Football Weekly, joined by senior editor Eric Edholm as we continue our series looking at the best and worst draft picks at each slot since the year 2000. And Eric, we're at the number 6 spot that we've seen some pretty bad picks over the years, but also, some good ones here and there. What did you find?
Well, the trend early in the decade was to go heavy at the defensive line position. Obviously, top 10 picks, you see a lot on the defensive line. But later on in the last few years, more tight ends, more defensive backs, and also I think teams risking more on character, willing to roll the dice on talent where there might have been some character questions. We also have 2 future big busts in the last 3 years. We don't know how Andre Smith's going to turn out. Vernon Gholston probably going to have to resurrect his career with another team after being released by the Jets.
So who was the best pick at this spot you found?
It was actually early in the decade, Richard Seymour, and it's a funny story behind that. No one really saw the Patriots taking Seymour. Everyone had David Terrell being the pick there. They needed a wide receiver. Ended up doing okay, I think, with the pick. Seymour ended up making several Pro Bowls. They made the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl that year. And Terrell was a bust in the NFL.
Guess we shouldn't be surprised the Patriots finding a gem when maybe other people didn't see it. On the other side, the worst, a lot of guys to choose from here. You already mentioned a couple. Who did you end up picking as the worst?
Hard to settle on one, so we did the 3-way tie, the old infamous 3-way worst pick available here. Ryan Sims was a bust with the Kansas City Chiefs. Many had him as a fast-rising defensive tackle in that draft class. Jonathan Sullivan, another guy who rose up draft boards that year, ended up being a bust, really couldn't keep his weight down. And Adam Pacman Jones, a guy with terrific talent, the character questions we mentioned before, never's been able to put it together on the field for 16 games, showed some real promise early, hasn't been the same player the last few years.
You figure with those 3 guys, Gholston, Andre Smith, watch out at the number 6 pick. The Browns have it this year. Probably something to watch out for there. Hopefully it doesn't happen once again for Browns fans anyways. We appreciate it, Eric. We'll keep checking back with the draft as we go through all the way through the rest of the way. And for all the best draft information, be sure to follow us on Twitter or go to ProFootballWeekly.com.